Hey guys, it's John.
And Kimmy.
And welcome back to 999 Part 20.
Oh my.
We will be starting a new route in this episode, so if you're not caught up, again, the playlist link is in the description. So we're on the final stretch of the game. Last episode, we unlocked the safe ending right here on the flowchart. And now, and only now, can we unlock the true ending, which is what we'll be doing in this video. Well, we'll be unlocking the true ending in this video, but the true ending is going to take a long time to finish, so it'll probably run through the rest of the week. But today, we're going to be hopping around the flowchart a lot, so I'll try to make it as clear as possible what we're doing.
All right.
First, we're going to be going through door 4.
Okay.
We don't have to actually play through the escape room. We can just hop to the story segments.
We already did that.
So here's... No. We don't have this key, so we're going to have to redo it.
Oh.
Yeah, and you can hop to certain areas of the dialogue.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's go ahead and just hop to it. Oh, I forgot. Okay. So, hang on. Let me actually go to where we need to go. Oh, wait. It says we got both of them. Okay, so I'll go ahead and tell you about what the keys are.
Okay.
Because I think it remembers what we did last time.
Right.
So what we did last time was we talked to June about the Titanic and
Yes.
everything. And when Santa asked us to take the bookmark, we said yes.
Right.
That's what this key is.
Okay.
Here, in the freezer,
Right. We learned about Ice
we
9.
learned about Ice 9, and it only happens if you don't say that you want to escape immediately.
Okay.
So, those are the two story segments. We've already experienced them, so we won't experience them again. Let's move on to the next one, right here, and I assume that this will just count it. Now this one, we actually have to see a new scene that we
Okay.
didn't see before.
Gotcha.
So let's go on ahead and hop into the chemical
Think
closet.
we should go back?
You think we should go
That's
back?
probably best.
She kind of talks like a little kid sometimes.
Yeah, well, she's the
Kinda like a
youngest
puppet.
person in the group.
I know, but still. I think it's funny.
But still.
But still.
Hey, Seven, what's up?
Oh, well,
Is that a medicine bottle?
I got curious about it. Here.
Ethylene diamine tartrate?
Yeah, that's right. CDT.
What kind of medicine is that?
It's not medicine. I think it's an industrial strength detergent.
Why would they have something like that here?
Well, probably to clean stuff up.
Clean what up?
Fuck if I know. Still, it looks like it's cleaned my brain up.
You remember something?
Yeah. Well, I remember a story about EDT. Happened about 50 years ago. There was this factory somewhere in America making big old EDT crystals.
Only in America.
Right.
They were making it to sell as an industrial strength cleaner, like I told you before. But a year after the factory started up, something strange started happening with the crystals they were building. Water molecules started attaching themselves to the EDT crystals. This made them into a sort of mutation of the original crystals, called a hydrate. Once the crystals turn into a hydrate, though, it's useless as a cleaner. The factory had to just dump the crystals. As a hydrate, they were useless. But it didn't end there. After that day, the same
Had to
thing
wait.
started
I
happening
know,
in
it's
EDT
funny.
factories everywhere, even ones nowhere near that first American factory.
So we
They've
already
been making
saw
crystals the
this,
same
but
way,
we're just going
the
through
same
it so we can
materials
get
and
to
the
that
same
new
equipment
scene.
and environment.
I don't want to just like skip through everything. I know we
Right.
skipped the first two scenes, but they were in at part 2 and 3 of the playthrough. So if you haven't seen that, then you
Go
know,
watch it.
You don't deserve
Now,
to know what's
all of
going
a
on
sudden,
anyway.
Every single crystal they formed turned into a hydrate. In fact, ever since that day, no factory anywhere has been able to make a pure EDT crystal. Even in EDT research done years before, they'd never gotten a hydrate. After it happened at the first factory, it just spread. It was like, how do you say it?
Like the molecules were communicating with one another, transmitting information in a way humans couldn't perceive. This phenomena spread throughout the world, right?
Yeah, that's it exactly. But how did you know?
I heard another story, kind of like that one.
When?
In the freezer?
What? The freezer?
Yeah, June told me.
Ice that doesn't melt at room temperature, huh?
That sounds familiar?
Yeah, hold up. I feel like I can remember something. It's right there.
Do you?
So we're supposed to say no about Ice 9.
Yes.
Do you know about Ice 9?
Ice 9? Ice 9. Ice 9. Ice. That's it. I remember now. That woman, she's on this boat.
That woman?
Alice!
Who's Alice?
Come on. The woman who won't melt at room temperature.
Huh?
What?
You know how the Titanic sank on April 15th, 1912, right?
Yeah, more than 1,500 people died. Worst maritime accident in history. What about it?
Did you hear about the boat that was sent to collect the dead bodies?
I think that was the RMS Carpathia, right? It was a cruise liner, just like the Titanic.
No, that was the ship that picked up the survivors. The ship that collected the dead bodies was the CS McKay Bennett.
Oh.
The McKay Bennett showed up on April 17th, 2 days after the accident. It set out from Halifax, a port in Canada, and recovered 306 bodies. The Atlantic that far north was really cold. It would have to be for there to be icebergs and stuff. Anyway, the bodies they pulled out of the water were frozen solid.
This isn't a very nice story. So, what happened next?
Well, they say the McKay Bennett recovered something more than just dead bodies. There were various bits of stuff floating around in the water. Things the drowned had carried with them, or stuff that dislodged as the ship sank. One of the things they found was a coffin.
A coffin?
Yeah, a wooden one. The craftsman who made it must have been pretty skilled. It wasn't just a wooden coffin. It was all wood, no nails, no reinforcements, no gaps in the wood anywhere. The thing was airtight. The crew got pretty curious about what might be inside it and opened it up. They had to get a wedge and hammer it open. It was so well made. Inside, they found a woman. Or, I guess you should say, they found the dead body of a woman. Her hair was thick and black, and her skin rich brown with no blemishes or signs of decomposition. They say that she looked gorgeous, like a goddess. She was obviously dead, but everyone who looked at her said she just looked like she was sleeping. Her skin was so lifelike, she looked like she might wake up any minute. And she didn't, though. Like the rest of the bodies they found, she was frozen solid. Eventually, the McKay Bennett finished searching and returned to Halifax. The 306 bodies were unloaded and taken ashore. However, it was warm enough that they began to thaw. They say that the stink was horrible.
Hey.
There was one body that didn't thaw, and that was...
The girl in the coffin.
That's right. Everybody thought for sure that she'd melt and start to rot like the rest of them eventually. But weeks passed and nothing happened. And a month passed, and another. And it was summer, and she was still frozen solid. After a while, people started to say she was some sort of miracle. Rumors about her started to spread. People came to visit Halifax from all over. After a while, people started to call her All Ice. Alice. Of course, those rumors didn't last long.
Why?
Well, she up and disappeared. One day Alice was there, the next day she wasn't. They say someone snuck into where they were keeping her and stole the body. With the body gone, the rumors followed pretty quickly. After a while, no one remembered her. You might be able to find something about her if you could find a newspaper from back then, but that's about it.
Wait, you just said that she was on this boat.
Yeah, I did. Alice has got to be somewhere on this ship.
Now why the hell would you say something like that?
Because I know.
And just what is it you know?
What happened to Alice after she was stolen.
All right, tell me. What happened to Alice?
Well, around that time, the word was that there was a special black market in New York. All millionaires from all over the world. I've heard that Alice went up for auction there. The person who won the auction was...
Drumroll.
Lord Dashiell Gordain.
Oh my god. Of course it was.
You've heard that name before, right?
Lord Gordain. Oh, isn't he the guy who bought the Gigantic? The Titanic's sister ship?
Yeah, that's him. Although I guess he hadn't done that yet.
What do you mean?
Bourdain bought Alice in 1912. 4 years later, in 1916, he bought the Gigantic. And he hid Alice somewhere on the Gigantic. But nobody knows where. He died in 1931. And apparently he died without ever telling anyone where Alice was hidden. However,
what?
Well, he did have one close friend who asked him, "Where is Alice?" And he said, "Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge beneath the navel of the Gigantic."
What the hell is that? Is it some kind of riddle?
Your guess is as good as mine. So that's it. Whatever you think, I believe it. She's hidden somewhere on the Gigantic. In other words, she's hidden somewhere on this ship.
Hey, what are you two doing over there? Stop wasting time and get over here.
Okay, we're coming.
Jeez.
All right.
Yeah, so anyway, that's the story. It might be useful someday. Don't forget it.
Alice. Huh.
That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy. They say that she was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic. Even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted.
Then was that Egyptian priestess Alice? Did the water in her body become Ice 9? No, that's nuts. There's no way somebody like that could exist.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So, the other key here is when we give the bookmark to Clover.
Right.
And she talks about locked socks and the ship of Theseus. Basically like, something's disassembled and put together with new parts. Is it still really the same thing?
Right.
All right, so we're on the right path so far. The next one we need to go through is door 1.
Okay.
And there are 3 keys here. I'm trying to remember what they are. Oh wait, it's throwing us at the beginning.
I don't know why I'm so angry when I do that.
Yeah, Kimmy always looks like, and I always look determined.
I guess I don't know how to look
squint.
determined. See, that's just boring.
It looks like
I just look tired.
yeah. You you look really bored. Yeah.
I'll keep the angry face.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. No, this isn't what we want.
It's wrong. Oh, we got it.
We got it. I think this is when we started talking to Clover. And she was like, talking about who could have killed her brother.
Yeah.
And she plots out all of the possible combinations, and she thinks that it's
7 and Santa.
7 and Santa.
Yeah.
And so that's what that's all about.
Right.
And then Ace does that awkward thing where he searches our pockets and finds the pieces of paper.
Yeah, because we wanted a specific door, but in order for it to work, we had to wait until everyone put in their thing.
Right. Okay, so captain's quarters.
Oh, doesn't that happen in the captain's quarters? Oh no, it happens in the
initial room.
You're right.
So we'll go ahead and hop forward to the captain's quarters. I know we're missing a key here. I think I might know where it is, but I'm gonna double check real quick. We're only hopping around to save you guys time. Okay, so
And ourselves.
2 keys. Well, yeah.
It's a lot, and we've
It's
seen
just
it all.
lots.
Yeah.
So we get the music box. Let's see. We get these things. We'll know when we're at the story segment. Meanwhile, I can just speedrun this though.
Yeah.
Huh. Zero, huh? It's like he's making fun of us. What do you think?
Nothing.
I think this might be new.
What about him? Do you think that's really Zero?
There's no way that's him. Didn't I tell you already? Zero is one of us.
Yeah, right. Well, even if he wasn't one of us, there's no way that man could be Zero.
Huh?
Don't you get it? the letters that spell zero on the TV screen, the captain's clothes he's got on, and of course, the bracelet with a zero on it. It's too obvious. Look, this is zero right here. This dead body is zero. Isn't that kind of fishy?
You're right. Only an idiot wouldn't see through something like that.
No, that's not the point. So I'm not trying to make fun of them for thinking a trick like this would work. I'm sure they didn't think it would work, which makes me wonder.
Why did they do it? Why did they do it?
How did they do it?
I think this is a challenge. A challenge from the person who's really behind all of this. He's making fun of us.
I thought you just said you didn't think he was making fun of us.
I don't know.
I guess he just said he didn't think it'd work. He's just
Yeah.
trying to challenge us, and through that, he's making fun of us. Okay.
Don't you get it? If whoever killed this guy really wanted us to think this corpse was zero, they'd never have put a bracelet on him. Walking around with a zero bracelet would be like hanging a sign around your neck that said, "I did it!" Anyone with a brain would be able to see that this guy is supposed to look like everything zero is supposed to be. Just like we did. The killer must have known we wouldn't think he was zero and put the bracelet on him anyway. Do you know why?
Why?
Like I said, he's mocking us. Too bad, suckers, this isn't zero. Where's the real me then? See if you can catch me. It's the same bad joke a lot of criminals like to play. They'll just sit back and watch people run in circles.
This really got under Junpei's skin.
He's pissed.
He's ranting like a madman.
He sure is.
That's really twisted. But it almost seems kind of childish.
Yeah, you're right. It's really childish. It's like it's just a game to whoever this person is. That's what seems funny to me. All right, let's get back to the point. Who killed this man?
I don't know.
And what's this guy's deal? Who is he?
How would I know that? If I knew anything, I would have told you.
You have no idea who he is.
Why would I?
We should check and see if he's got anything on him that might tell us who he is. Give me a hand here, Clover.
Huh?
We gotta flip him over. How else are we gonna search his pockets? Okay, fine. Guess I'll do it. Here we go. Huh? Hey, it's the...
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only two ways to do so. One, you escape from this ship.
I did think
Two, your heart rate reaches zero.
I did think that it was strange how much we ignored the body last time.
Yeah.
Because they were just like, oh no, this guy's dead here. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm
you know,
not
like, ooh.
I'm not sure, like, story-wise, why Junpei decides to investigate this time, but not in others. I think maybe it's based on all the previous conversations and built-up curiosity, hearing about, you know, Alice being on the ship from Seven, and everything from Clover about the experiments
Right.
and everything. I think it might have piqued his curiosity just enough in this route to where he really digs in and investigates, but that's the best I can come up with.
Yeah.
In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confine of the ship, or the backside of the Mary's heartbeat has fallen to zero, it will shut down automatically.
Just a refresher course if you forgot all these rules.
Again.
Oh, God. This man... He's dead, isn't he?
Was that not obvious?
He could have just been knocked out, I guess, but all the blood and everything. Oh, they didn't flip
Yes.
him over before. He was just kind of on the ground.
And they were just like, hope you do okay. Bye.
Somebody had a crazy Friday night.
Yeah.
No, it's just... I guess I didn't really think about it until right now. If his bracelet's off, that means he's dead.
Well, it's pretty obvious that he's dead. You don't really need to look at his bracelet to figure out that he's dead.
Yeah. I guess you're right. It is pretty obvious. Well, he looks a lot better than the other bodies we've seen, though. You know?
Wrong person to say that to.
I mean, if there wasn't all this blood, he'd almost look like he was still alive. I mean, I know it's kind of a messed up thing to say, but he kind of has it better, you know? Dying from a
Junpei.
bomb going off inside of you, I mean, that's just... Some of Snake's bones went right through his skin. I think the explosion must have thrown him against a wall or something. There was a broken bone just sticking out of his left arm.
Here it is.
And,
What did you just say?
oh man, I am so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I really don't know what I was thinking. I mean...
No, that's not what I'm talking about. What did you say about his arm?
Arm?
Yes, his left arm. You said it, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I did, but... I mean, didn't you see it too?
Of course not. I could barely look at him. There's no way I was gonna see the details. Are you sure it was his left arm?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
And he had a broken bone, right?
What the hell are you getting at here?
Just shut up and answer me!
Yeah, he did. It was pretty bad, too. The bone was sticking out of the arm. Clover? What's wrong? Look, I'm sorry if I said anything.
Thank you.
Huh? What are you...
Thank you so much, Junpei.
Hey, what's going on with you?
I'm sorry, it's just... I'm so happy.
Why?
The body in the shower room, it isn't his. It isn't my brother.
Huh?
It's not Snake.
Why on earth would you think that?
Because his left arm is... I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be talking about this. But he's still alive. I'm so happy. I'm so glad. Junpei, you were right.
Huh?
No matter what happens, you can never lose hope. You have to remember what's most important, and that's to have faith and to have love. If you can remember all of those, that'll bring you good luck.
So is she like the anti-Santa?
I don't
Because she
know.
just said
Well,
hope, faith, love, and good
she's-
luck.
Okay, so this is because I didn't show it in this video, but she's repeating what Junpei said to her when he gave her the bookmark.
Yes.
Because he was trying to cheer her up in the operating room.
Right.
Yeah, so she's just quoting it back to him.
Okay.
That's...
I only made it here because you gave me this. I was suspicious of everybody, and I was angry and miserable. But because I had this four-leaf clover, because of what you said to me,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Junpei.
Oh, if you really want to thank somebody, you should be thanking Santa.
Santa? Why?
Well, he was the one who gave me that thing. And the words for each leaf, I got that from him too.
Oh,
Huh?
did Santa really tell you those things?
Yeah, he did. Did I, say something wrong?
Oh, no, not at all. In fact, this could be really good news, I think.
You think?
Santa knew about the words and the clover. The only people who should know about that are the other subjects.
Subjects?
The other people who were in the experiment 9 years ago, with my brother and me. But he's blind, and I was part of the Nevada test group. So neither of us would be able to recognize the faces of the people who were on this boat.
Whoa. Okay, time out.
This is a pretty big bomb. Yeah.
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 Let's just calm down for
Start
a second. Okay.
at the very beginning.
As Junpei said to Seven, you're talking like a crazy person right now. You're making less than no sense right now. Okay.
Start from the top. Don't start with the end and then jump to the middle. You got to start with one.
Okay,
and
we
then
get
move
it,
to
we get
two
it. Oh
and
my
three
God.
And 4 and so on.
Yeah, we understand.
If you don't tell me stuff in the right order, I'm never going to be able to figure it out.
Okay.
All right. let's start with this experiment. What happened on this boat 9 years ago?
Do you know about morphogenetic fields?
Yes, we do.
We happen to be talking about it quite a bit lately.
Yeah.
Morphogenetic fields.
All right, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
I think Lotus mentioned something like that.
Telepathy, huh? Well, that's not really it, but I suppose it's similar.
So they were testing telepathy on this ship?
Yeah, I guess so.
So, what exactly did they have you guys do?
The same thing that we're doing now. Exactly the same thing.
What?
The nonary game. 9 people were put on this boat, and 9 others were put in the building in Nevada, and the game started.
Look, I'm sorry, but I don't get it. What do the nonary game and some telepathy experiment have to do with each other? Am I missing something here?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger. You know how sometimes when you're up against a really tough problem, and then the answer just kind of pops in your head? That's an epiphany. And what you learn from the epiphany can be transmitted with telepathy. When you add danger to that equation, then it gets easier to transmit that information over telepathy.
So you're saying the nonary game was supposed to introduce that element of danger?
Yeah, but it couldn't be just any old danger. It had to be life and death. And someone did actually die. A girl.
Huh.
She was on the boat with my brother. I was in Nevada. I never met her, but I did hear her name. Her name was...
Oh, my apologies. I seem to have disturbed you.
Ace.
You two must have strong stomachs. I can't imagine how you could stay in this room for so long. At any rate, Junpei, would you be so kind as to come and help me with something? I'm having a little trouble, and I could really use your assistance. Come on. It'll only take a moment.
I don't want Ace to hear us. We can talk about this later.
No.
Huh? Hey, wait!
Junpei, what are you doing in there? Hurry up!
Shut up, Ace.
Okay. So let's talk about that real quick.
Oh my god. Okay, so not all the subjects were on the boat, because this whole time I was thinking everyone was on the boat.
It's
so I was wondering
like-
why she didn't remember it. Sorry.
It's like what they were talking about. I think Lotus talked about this specifically, where she was talking about like, oh no, somebody was talking about it. They were talking about the Gansfeld experiment, I think. Maybe it was Santa.
Was it the one where they were showing the picture of the dog, or was it another one?
No. It was one where they had... I don't know. I can't remember.
Was it like people in a building or something?
People in a building that looks similar. They were doing an experiment. Oh, it was 7, right?
I think so.
He was talking about the Gansfeld experiment in like the torture room, I think. Where, like there's 2 people and they're in the same, like similar rooms. And then they have to
like they can't
telepathically...
see, right? They can't see anything, right?
I can't remember. But it's...
So it's like as they learn things, they need to like communicate that to each other?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. There's still a key that we don't have, though. And that's because we need to do something real quick. Which, this will just take a second.
Mm-hmm.
Paper.
Blank paper.
Screwdrivers.
The knob.
Ink.
Oh.
So combine the ink. Oh, wait. Not that.
Ooh.
Combine ink with this.
Oh, we have to take the thing apart first.
Oh. Okay, so we use the screwdriver on the cylinder, we use the ink on the cylinder, and we combine that with this. We get the Morse code chart. Okay.
Yeah. Wasn't there something else in the other drawer?
No, we can't open that drawer.
Gotcha.
No. Hang on.
There it is.
All right, got the Morse code. I'm gonna do this time.
Yeah.
I'm really good at this.
You are so good at it. Look at you gaming.
I'm such a gamer.
You're such a gamer.
Monkey see, monkey do.
More?
Yeah, okay, so it opens up the drawer. Yes, it opened. Okay.
We get.
Looks like there's something on the cover. ALLICE. All ice. Alice. Does this mean?
Oh my god.
What the hell is this?
Hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphs.
They are hieroglyphs.
I'm very
a form
tired.
of writing used in ancient Egypt.
Ancient Egypt?
That's right.
Can you read them?
Of course.
I can't.
I can't. What would make you think I could?
Of course.
hell?
I can't.
Oh, what the hell?
What the hell?
I like his little like at the end of it. It's funny.
He's being all like, what the hell?
Oh, what the hell?
Oh, what the hell?
It sounds kind of Valley Girlish a little
Yeah.
bit. Oh, what the hell?
Like, what the hell?
Like, what the hell? Shit.
I want some shits.
Whoa, the whole thing's like that. Huh? What's this? Oh, a key card.
Uranus. That's the Uranus symbol.
Something's written on the bottom. Bottom
It's still
deck
funny.
library. This must be the key to the library then.
The Forest of Knowledge! It's a library!
So it would seem.
Bottom deck library. Oh. 7 said something like.
Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge beneath the navel of the gigantic.
I don't like the word
Bottom
navel.
deck.
I know.
And the Forest of Knowledge is the library?
Especially for something that doesn't have a fucking navel.
It's just kind of oogie.
Then could Alice be in a room somewhere beyond the library?
What's wrong? Something on your mind?
Yeah. I just remembered something.
Is that so? What about?
Well, don't laugh, okay?
Sorry. I didn't mean
The
to smack
Egyptian
you.
priestess, an Ice 9. Interesting.
And the woman who wouldn't melt, who was recovered from the Titanic disaster? They called her All Ice, which eventually turned into Alice. And she was purchased by an English millionaire who called himself Lord Gordain. According to Seven, this ship is where he hid Alice.
And you think that he hid her in a small room, beyond the library on the bottom deck?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is just a theory.
A game theory.
I know.
Did you get my reference?
Yes, I do.
Reference equals joke.
The game
So
theory.
I hope you laughed. I made the reference.
Junpei, have you ever heard of the term CAS?
Cass?
It stands for Cells Alive System. It is an advanced technology for freezing and preserving organic matter. Put simply, it is a technique that allows one to freeze things without the formation of ice crystals. Normally, if you freeze something fresh, water within its cells expands as it crystallizes, damaging the cell membrane. CAS, however, works differently. The object to be frozen is supercooled using magnetic fields, and then frozen instantly and uniformly, giving ice crystals no time to form. It was originally developed for the preservation of food, as an alternative to the normal freezing process. Now, however, there are rumors that it can be used for other things.
What do you mean, other things?
Well, there are obvious medical uses, but perhaps also space travel.
Space travel? Are you serious?
Surely you've heard of suspended animation, cryogenic freezing?
I like how everybody in this game is just like, surely you've heard of automatic writing, right? Surely you've heard about the morphogenetic field.
Surely you've heard about these,
animation, cryogenic
crazy-
freezing.
Yeah, like here are all these science things I'm sure you've heard about.
You read Science Weekly, right?
Yeah.
It's a fairly common idea in science fiction books and films. People are sometimes frozen for especially lengthy journeys through space.
Whoa, wait a minute there. Are you saying that Alice was frozen using that cast thing?
Well, I'm sure the possibility is quite low, but it is a possibility. If this special ice you call Ice 9 does indeed exist, and casts were used to freeze her into that sort of ice instantaneously.
You think she could be alive?
Well, I can't say for sure, of course. I'm only talking about possibilities. The melting point for Ice 9 is 96 degrees, right? If she were put somewhere where she could reach that temperature...
That's nuts. Are you really saying she could have defrosted and started walking about?
You're quite right. It does sound unbelievable. But if she had, then we would have an explanation for the man we found dead on the floor.
You mean the guy dressed like a captain?
Yes. He was dead when we found him. Clearly, he was murdered. But if he was murdered, then by whom? It couldn't have been one of us. That would be impossible. In order to enter the captain's quarters, one must first open door 1. That door that requires the Earth key prevented us from accessing door 1. Who was it that opened that door?
Santa and Lotus.
Right. Clearly, the two of them could not have opened door 1, or any other door for that matter. Who else then could have done so?
Nobody.
After Santa and Lotus used the Earth key, they turned back and met up with me and June. Then we returned to the large hospital room and found Ace, Seven, and Clover. While we'd gone into the shower room, Ace, Seven, and Clover had stayed behind. But it's impossible for those 3 to open door 1. But what about when June and I took the elevator to door 2? No, still won't work. We were only gone 5 minutes. No human being could have run to the captain's quarters, killed that guy in there, and run back that fast.
It would be impossible for any of us to be the murderer. That being the case, who could have killed him? Wouldn't it make sense if his killer was someone who had been in the ship for some time? A person like that would know the ship well. They would know the locations of all the hidden passages and secret doors. The numbered door would mean nothing to someone like that. It would be a simple thing for them to enter the captain's quarters.
Then you're saying the killer was Alice?
Well, this is all only one possible theory.
All ice. Alice. Is she really somewhere on the ship? Maybe this card will give me access to the Forest of Knowledge.
That's the nerdiest thing you've ever said, Junpei.
Yep.
And the big mystery. What could be there beyond the Forest of Knowledge? Anyway, whatever. It's gonna have to wait. I can't do anything right now. I'll come back to this later.
All right, so there's still a thing in the drawer.
Right. We don't have to, I don't know if we have to do it, though. It's just the unique key. I'm gonna check the flowchart. So what do you think about all this Alice business?
I'm very excited to see what it is.
So we've got it unlocked here.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna travel there.
Oh my god.
All right, let's go.
And this is where we'll end the video.
Ah!
So everything's set up for the rest of the game, which will be all new. Like, we haven't seen it before, but we had to get through that first.
Right.
So, yeah.
Are they really gonna bring back a dead Egyptian goddess or whatever, or princess?
I will only say that the ending is satisfying.
Okay.
And that it doesn't feel like it came out of left field. At least it didn't to me.
Okay.
So
yeah, because
if you're
I'm excited we're
concerned-
finally getting back to it since
Yeah.
that was mentioned
Right.
forever ago. What, videos 2, 3, 4?
Yeah, all that stuff about the mummy and the ice and
Yeah,
the
'cause-
Titanic and stuff, because they kind of dropped that. That's why in the last route it's so like Ace focused, is because like Junpei didn't know anything else. You know what I mean?
Right.
But here it's like he's given all these stories in the specific route that kind of have to do more with, like, possibly more with what the Nonary game itself is about, and not with just like who killed Snake? Who killed Clover? Who took the thing?
Right.
And of course, normally when you take this route, Clover goes crazy and kills everyone with the axe and the axe ending. But since in this route we told her the thing about Snake's arm, she knows that Snake's alive, so she doesn't lose it.
Right. Which, when she was saying that a girl died, I'm assuming it's one of Lotus's daughters. The one that they mentioned the most.
They did mention those, yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember their names.
Well, there were 3 names that Seven threw out. Aoi, Light, and Nona.
Nona is one of Lotus's.
I think it was Aoi and Nona were Lotus's daughters, yeah. So.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
I am so excited.
We're in for a hell of a week.
I don't understand how there can be so much more when it looks like we only have like one more thing to do. But that's what it looks like.
They hide some stuff.
Okay.
That's all I will say. It is not just like one screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am so excited.
I'm glad you're excited.
Oh, it's so good. I love all the mysteries and the intrigue.
There's a lot of mystery and intrigue, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, let us know what you guys thought about the episode. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Sorry this video went up so late. We have had a heck of a weekend.
I finally got back in town last night.
She was out of town
I've been
for
sick.
several days, so kind of put us behind. Not in like a... She kind of put us behind.
No, it wasn't going to work out to try and do much more before that.
Yeah.
But we're here.
Yay.
We're excited.
Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Think critically.